Greetings, hope you're doing well. Today I'm doing a quick review of the new Elzhi album titled 7 Times Down, 8 Times Up. Please consider liking and subscribing if you enjoy the video. This is the newest record from Detroit's hip-hop sage Elzhi, who in my opinion is an incredibly well-spoken and creative traditionalist conscious rapper that deserves a lot more attention. He embeds himself in the realm of classic hip-hop, seemingly as a tribute or more in line with being a revivalist of past hip-hop eras. Not to mention his body of work so far is tremendous with projects like Illmatic, Lead Poison, and recently Jericho Jackson, a collaborative effort with producer CONCIOUS. All these records are filled with clever bars, intricate rhymes with vast explorations of topics, and buttery smooth, jazzy, soul-infused beats that range from gritty and dirty to euphoric and heavenly. And on this album you get more of it, which I don't mind. More Elzhi is a good thing, especially since it has been a while since he has dropped an album, and for me this is a refreshing yet familiar sound that I didn't know I was missing. And past the intro skit, the album proves to be a very consistent ride. The opening track, Smoke and Mirrors with Monica Blair, has the operatic heavenly vocal sample in a dim sound setting that is ominous as hell. Elzhi's continuous flow is effortless. Earlybird NIGHTOWL is great. Hot Winter Cold Summer has an icy piano sample with a rigid bass line, and Elzhi sing raps the refrain and does it pretty well. I like what is brought up on Light One, Right One, how these low income areas almost incentivizes and produces criminal activity and unlawful persecution with liquor stores at every corner and an excessive amount of officers in the area due to over policing. Other great tracks include Thugged Out Zombies. I like the power chord sample on this track. Ferndale is great, and I like Potential as well, which is a retro present spective track about the life Elzhi lives now that has an uplifting and persevering resonance to it by the time it finishes. If you've listened to Elzhi's music, you know that he is a great rapper, but you also know that he is an even better storyteller. The track G.O.D, for example, is incredible, explaining what God means to various people and personifying those differing perspectives by branding them as variations of the G.O.D acronym. Gold, oil, and diamonds, gram ounces for drugs, guns, outfits, and dollars, good old dick, good old deep throat, putting in perspective what people value the most in their lives. It's not a new concept by any means, but Elzhi's tight songwriting and lyrics and execution does do a lot to really make you think. And I love the sound on the closer Jason. It has a lot of mass to it. Sounds like a dramatic slasher film with the eerie pianos and woodwind samples, which fits the Jason Voorhees motif pretty well. The album does have a couple of spots where I just wasn't feeling it, however. The track Guns and Boats with Fess Rock has large drums and a dark story regarding gun violence, but for a 2-minute track I felt like it was a bit too compressed. Both the mix and the flow of the track, it didn't really click with me. I feel kind of similar about the braggadocious masterclass where Elzhi is schooling people and flexing his abilities and notoriety as a rapper, but the beat itself with the jagged bass line rhythms got really stale for me after a good chunk of hearing it. These aren't bad tracks by any means, but they just stood out to me the least. I will also say the skits on the album didn't really do anything meaningful. They're presented as like commentary through a listener's point of view, but outside of the opening skit, in the couple spots that these skits do show up, they aren't intrusive, but they feel more like excess that could have been trimmed that didn't really feel all that necessary. But overall, this is one of the best rap albums I've heard all year. Elzhi just continues to kill it, man. Highly recommend this one if you're a big hip-hop head. Don't miss this one. If you've heard it already, what'd you think of it? Let me know down below, and I will leave it at that. I'd give it a